Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to fit a huge turbo onto my new setups. I'm building engines, I'm building new turbo setups. Let's make this thing go over 600 to the wheels. Let's go. All right, so this is a Pulsar 30-770. So this turbo is fully capable of 770 horsepower, which is obviously like a very, very high number. And it'll be very efficient at 600 because it's not maxed out and out of its efficiency range. So it'll be a perfect turbo for me. This is the exact same size turbo as my whole set HX35 that I've got on my car currently. But since it's just newer technology, it's actually able to flow twice the air. Because like I said to you guys before, I was limited to 460 horsepower in the dyno video. I wanted over 500 and it was already fully limited. Like there was not one more PSI of air it could make. So let's go with this guy. This is a cheap, very good design turbo. It's a Garrett copy. If you're watching this video for the Pulsar side of it, Pulsars are amazing turbos. They are literally a Garrett, and in my opinion, Garretts are the best turbos you can buy. To get this turbo onto my manifolds I made 2 years ago, and this is all equal length, twin scroll. So twin scroll is a setup that not a lot of people run. It actually makes the turbo spool better. It makes it more efficient. It makes everything just work better. So there's an inside and outside bank basically, and since mine are equal length, it will feed the turbo the same on both sides, and the pulses will be in order from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my firing order, and it will spool the turbo up like really good. This is the best possible setup I can do. So here we are building it. I can't wait. So that's obviously why I didn't go with a V-band up here, because I'm running a twin scroll. So thank God the Pulsar turbos have the twin scroll setups as well. So I'm gonna keep to that because it obviously works really good. This is a bigger flange than I currently have. So this is a brand new T4 twin scroll that works perfectly with my Pulsar. And then this is my T3 twin scroll that I had for my HX35. And as you can see, there is tremendous size difference, and this will actually help me with my flow issue. That also could have been a reason why on the dyno I was getting up to 4,500 RPM and losing air. I could not pump the engine with any more air. This will help it flow also. I don't think I'll ever be limited with this flange ever again. This is definitely a big flange, big boy stuff. So I've got to grind this off. I've set up a jig. I built a little engine just as a jig. And then when I cut here and weld this to it, it won't flex or make anything weird, so it wouldn't bolt back up to an engine. So first things first, I'm gonna grind that off as close as I can to the flange, and then slowly take material off until this fits good, and then hammer, kick, and bang, and do whatever I can to make this thing flow the very best I can, and let's get right to it. That is a pretty good start. There's a little overlap in here that I'll just hammer out to stretch the pipe, but look at how small this hole was. So this is the old gasket for the other setup. Look at the difference. Just to give you an idea, this is 1 3/8 wide each hole, and then this one is 1 1/8. So it's literally a 1/4 inch wider, and then how 2 inches height and 1 3/4. So there's a tremendous difference in flow here, and that's multiplied by 2. So I'm gonna hammer this side out a bit and get it so it's actually fitting. And then what I'll do is weld this on all the way from the outside, and then I will Dremel and get this so it's not like a 90-degree in. Take out a whole bunch, get it really, really smooth, and then weld it from the inside, and then it'll be a perfect transition, just like I had the other one. Look at that, that is fitting absolutely mint now. All right, homies, I'm gonna bolt 2 flanges together, and that'll work as a heat soak, so I don't actually warp this thing too bad. And then I will weld the entire bottom, and then go from there. That'll be the first step. Cool, it's looking good. Got this all welded. And now I'm going to grind off this second flange. I just had that on there for heat sink, so I didn't warp it. Let's hope. So I'll put it up, take it outside, grind that off, and then both other sides. And then I can weld from the inside and do all my grinding and all that stuff. Yo, getting close. So I got it all ported out, so it's perfect transition from this pipe to this pipe to that, and there's pipe. So like it's an absolute like not being homo or anything, but like it's there's no jagged edges. I know you can't see very well in there. It's a GoPro, but I'm going to weld that chamfer. And there's a hole there too, so I'm gonna weld in there just so it's got a really good bite, and then I can smooth it out perfectly. So on the twin scroll part, it's an absolutely perfect transition of the air. So I'm just gonna weld that and then doing more grinding. All right, check that out. Perfect transition, smoother than silk. I just ran over the welder on it one last time over top, just to make sure that it is in fact welded all the way in the inside. So all the way around on the inside is welded, all the way around on the outside is welded. So things are looking awesome. I think it is time to try my new turbo on and see how it fits. Look at that weld. That's just a bead, bro. Look at that. So there's the new turbo. It looks absolutely wild. On camera, to be completely honest, the turbo looks much bigger than it actually is. This turbo is about the same size as the whole set HX35 that I had. I actually think I'm gonna grab one and compare it just so I can see. But literally, like, blowing it by hand, like with my mouth, I can actually get that thing to spin. And I'm not like over stressing myself either. So that's how free spinning that wheel is. I don't want to nail it with compressed air. I'm just like going a little bit at it because there's no oil in it. So, oh man, I am one excited boy here. Okay, things are looking good. Everything welded up nice. Turbo fits on perfect. It's the same orientation as my other one, so all I gotta do is basically weld on a fitting here that goes from a 2 to a 2.5. This is only a 2-inch outlet. That's how crazy small this turbo is in comparison to like my HX35. Comes with a 3-inch or 2.5-inch outlet. Like, this isn't big. Like, look at that. Not very big. So I'm honestly blown away. I think I might even have more clearance to the glass of my hatch, and I might be able to lower it. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but my hatch is like literally spaced out by like an inch. I think this turbo is actually smaller than what I had, so I might be able to actually have the hatch close when it's in street mode without telling that there's anything weird in the trunk. So that is pretty sick. The only pain in the butt is it's water cooled, but that is okay. I'm pretty pumped. So this is the whole set turbo I've got in my hand. And comparing it to the new Pulsar, this one's capable of 500 horsepower maxed out, throwing a whole bunch of hot air. And this one is the newest of the new technology, and that one can do 770 from what they claim. Look at the size difference. And then go to the side maybe, or even up and down. Like, crazy, right? You want to go over there, babe?
Over where? Here?
Just so you can see this. It's way smaller. So this thing is 500, and that thing that's mounted to the freaking engine will do 700. Huge difference. This thing's gonna spool like crazy. That is insane. Do another front shot. Unbelievable. Crazy, eh?
Oh, my time card is
adding up. Boys, like literally look at this absolute hunk of caveman technology. Look how tall it is. Like, for instance, let's just measure. This damn thing is 10 inches wide. This thing's 8 inches, wait. So, 8 inches wide max. And that's with my freaking V-band on it. This one doesn't even have a V-band on it. So like, with this removed, it'd be even equaler comparison. So literally, bro, like, it'd be 7.25 or something compared to 10. Okay, this is wild. This is wild. It's gonna be like literally lighter in a sense even. Like that thing is a tank, bro. This thing is huge. I hate this thing. Honestly, no good. What a waste of time. I can't believe somebody talked me into doing that. I needed to really learn about turbos. Now I put the time in because I had to build a customer car and I really had to make sure I was making the right decision. And the Pulsar was awesome for that. So definitely supporting that brand. really worked good on that Familia 323, so that's sick. Unbelievable, guys. This is looking awesome. This thing is beautiful. Look at that machine work. Unbelievable. All right, guys, you saw me weld my flange on. This is a T4 split housing because I have a true equal length exhaust system. This is going to be freaking awesome. I know it, you know it, it's gonna rip. So I just gotta make sure the car's ready for the internals on the engine and everything. So definitely stay tuned, guys. The next video, I'm going to be welding on my wastegates, and I'm going to be doing a special setup for that because this is a twin scroll setup. It's harder to get a wastegate setup to work correctly on a twin scroll because you have two exhausts essentially, one here and one here. So you need normally need a wastegate on each side, but I've definitely got a trick up my sleeve for that, and I will show you that in the next episode. All right, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.